Lou Christie's eternal voice, a tribute to the icon behind Lightnin Strikes' net worth, cause of death and legacy. In the tapestry of American pop music, some voices simply linger long after the final note fades. One of those voices belonged to Lou Christie, a singer whose ethereal falsetto once ruled the airwaves, and whose music painted vivid emotional portraits for a generation. Known for unforgettable hits like Lightnin Strikes and I'm Gonna Make You Mine, Lou wasn't just an entertainer. He was a storyteller, a trendsetter, and a beacon of originality during one of the most transformative eras in music history. On June 18, 2025, the world lost this extraordinary voice. Lou Christie passed away peacefully at the age of 82 due to natural causes. But even in death, his impact remains alive, echoing through every replay, every nostalgic radio hour, and every new fan discovering his music for the first time. Today, we journey through the remarkable life of Lou Christie, from his modest beginnings to his meteoric rise in the 1960s, from his time away serving his country to the indelible legacy he leaves behind. Join us as we celebrate the man who turned vulnerability into art and built $1 million legacy out of pure sound and soul. Humble beginnings in Glenwillard. Born Lugee Alfredo Giovanni Sacco on February 19, 1943, in Glenwillard, Pennsylvania, Lou Christie grew up far from the spotlight but close to music. He was raised in suburban Pittsburgh, where melodies floated through community halls and family living rooms. From an early age, Lou had a voice that turned heads and stirred hearts. At Moon Area High School, he didn't just participate in the choir, he led it, conducting performances and delivering solo renditions that left an impression on everyone, especially his music teacher, who urged him to pursue a career in classical music. But Lou had other dreams. He envisioned himself on American Bandstand, singing into a microphone with a crowd of teenagers dancing to his tune. At just 15, destiny stepped in when he met Twyla Herbert, a classically trained pianist 2 decades his senior. Twyla instantly recognized Lou's potential, and together, they would form a songwriting partnership that would span more than 30 years, creating hundreds of emotionally rich and melodically stunning compositions. Finding his voice and changing his name, Lou started performing with various local groups and began recording tracks with small Pittsburgh-based labels between 1959 and 1962. One notable early success was The Jury by Lugee and the Lions, a group that featured Twyla's daughter Shirley. The track gained regional attention and planted the seeds for what would soon become a nationally recognized career. After finishing high school, Lou made the bold move to New York City. There, while working as a session vocalist, he crossed paths with producer Nick Cenci. Cenci was struck by Lou's striking falsetto and saw immense potential. But he had one request. Lou's real name was too long for marquee appeal. And so, without even asking for his input, Lou Christie was born. A stage name chosen by Cenci's label, but one that would soon become iconic. Their first release together, The Gypsy Cried, began as a modest local hit, selling around 30,000 copies in Pittsburgh. But when Cenci secured a national release through Morris Levy's Roulette Records, the song slowly climbed the charts, eventually hitting number 24 on Billboard's Hot 100. Lou had his first gold record, and he wasn't stopping there. The Meteoric rise. With a dreamy falsetto and heartfelt lyrics, Lou Christie became a symbol of emotional storytelling in pop music. His next hit, Two Faces Have I, surpassed the success of his first, reaching number 6 on the Billboard charts and selling over 1 million copies. Soon, Lou was rubbing shoulders with legends on Dick Clark's Caravan of Stars, performing alongside names like Diana Ross and Brian Hyland. Then came Lightnin Strikes, a song that would define Lou's career and etch his voice into the annals of pop history. Released in 1966, the track soared to number 1 and became an anthem of love, heartbreak, and raw emotion. With its pulsating rhythm and Lou's piercing falsetto, it was unlike anything else on the airwaves. He followed this with more memorable tracks like How Many Teardrops and the UK hit I'm Gonna Make You Mine. Lou's music was rich, theatrical, and deeply personal. His ability to convey vulnerability in such a powerful vocal range set him apart from his contemporaries. Service, Silence, and Comeback. Just as his stardom was peaking, Lou's journey took an unexpected turn. He was drafted into the U.S. Army. His induction temporarily halted his career and removed him from the spotlight for over 2 years. Though his absence quieted his chart momentum, it never extinguished his passion. When he returned, the music landscape had shifted. Still, Lou persisted. Though he never regained the chart dominance of his early years, he remained a respected figure in the industry. He continued recording, touring, and performing for loyal fans who never stopped loving his voice or the sincerity of his songs. A quiet personal life. Despite his fame, Lou Christie preferred to keep his personal life private. Those close to him described him as witty, kind, and deeply passionate about music. His bond with Twyla Herbert was one of the most enduring and special partnerships in pop songwriting. Even after her passing in 2009, Lou often spoke fondly of their collaborative magic. He wasn't one to seek the spotlight offstage. Instead, he poured himself into his craft, creating, performing, and ensuring his music would outlive him. Final days and cause of death. On June 18, 2025, Lou Christie passed away peacefully at the age of 82. The official cause of death was related to natural, age-related complications. His passing marked the end of an era, but also sparked a flood of tributes from fans, fellow artists, and music historians who remembered him not only as a singer, but as a true pioneer of expressive pop music. Net worth and legacy. At the time of his death, Lou Christie had an estimated net worth of around $5 million. A testament to a long and successful career built on talent, resilience, and timeless music. His earnings came from decades of record sales, songwriting royalties, and touring revenue. Though he never lived extravagantly, his legacy was one of financial independence and artistic integrity. Lou's real treasure, however, was the mark he left on music. His influence can be heard in generations of artists who experimented with falsetto, dramatic storytelling, and emotional vulnerability. His songs are still played today, on classic hit stations, in films, and across streaming platforms, introducing his genius to new audiences. A voice that still strikes. Lou Christie was more than a pop star. He was a musical force who defied conventions. His voice was his signature, his lyrics were his diary, and his songs were windows into the soul of a man who loved deeply, sang fearlessly, and lived authentically. He gave us melodies that cried, soared, and shimmered with truth. And though the man is gone, the music remains, forever young, forever emotional, and forever Lou Christie. Thank you for joining us in honoring the life and legacy of this unforgettable artist.